Well, I don't know. I have to be honest. I don't know whether if I was asked today what I would want differently in my 32 years since I graduated from chemical engineering, whether one of my priorities would be the space to cry. I still remember when I was an employee of this brewery, Heineken organized a tournament online. In those days, online you could not take for granted. It was very difficult to get online. But Ghana breweries won a place in the finals. And at the end, when the chief operating officer of Heineken gave us medals, we hung around our neck like this. He told us that always remember this was a business simulation. It is a game. That's why you have a prize. Because true business never stops to give prizes. And it has kept in my mind for a very long time that he, as chief operating officer, never gets a prize. And I believe that there's an event in my life when I was head of sales of MTN, where the business plan of the group was revolving around what Ghana will do. A lot of innovation was coming from here. And my daughter Nanaba was sick that morning. Maybe one thing I've not mentioned, which men also don't mention much, is that I'm the primary caregiver of my two girls. Other people call it single parent. Like me, I like to say primary caregiver because the mother is alive. So let's keep it that way. Now, the girl was sick. I was with her in the hospital. She would not eat, she would not take the medicine. And the business plan meeting was about to start. That particular meeting, I didn't want anybody saying over there that the meeting has to be adjourned or something cannot be discussed because Eric has a domestic situation. And then the people in that meeting, I didn't want them to know my life. But just when I negotiated with the doctor that I did go come, the girl started eating. So I said, no, Charlie, I'm not going anywhere. If she's eating there, then she can take the medicine. And Charlie, I've suffered enough this morning over this medicine. Let me stay here and finish the project before I go and they come and tell me that they forgot to give it. You know, this kind of, when you are not around, the priority is not the same. So I called MTN House. And from the conversation, they were like, oh, Charlie, you are around. We'll start in about 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I said, oh yeah, I'll be there for the start. Meanwhile, I knew very well that if she has to finish eating, we have to do the medicine thing, whatever. So, look, I was only 5 minutes late. That's why the miracle of God thing, I believe you so much. Because she finished eating, took the medicine, I explained to her why I have to leave. And for some strange reason, between Roman Ridge and MTN House, there was no traffic. So it was when they were starting the meeting that Chief of Marketing called me that, but where you did? And I said, oh, I reached immigration, and they come back now. Then. So 5 minutes, I was sitting there, deciding on business plan, whatever. You know, there's a kind of meeting when you finish, they say, oh, where's Eric? Because you finish now, you're at the hospital again. So I'm just saying that there's a way in which maybe a mother would have been excused more easily in our landscape, where a primary caregiver who is male will be judged, or maybe he perceives that he will be judged. Either way, but I did not have the space to put the time out in place. And that's all I'm saying, that a man also has to accept the reality of what it is. I could have broken down. I could have asked for the space. But by my reading of the room, it was career limited. And I did not. And I'm happy I did not. In other circumstances, I would. So I don't have a good answer. But my examples are that sometimes it's just not spacious enough.